In this video, we're going to look at the operating switch for the P25A gasoline heater. It's the same switch for the 55A. We've got the 25A gas heater hooked up on our test bench, and I've got the switch mounted here on this panel. The first thing we're going to look at is the switch mounting. So I've got the switch here as well. There's a couple holes that we drill into a panel, a 7/16 hole for the wire access, and a 5/16 hole for this pinch mount hole. And that'll sit in there just like that. When you first power up the unit, it's going to go into an initializing phase. We see the I flashing there, and then it stabilizes. We can see some of the icons here, the heat symbol, fan symbol, AD, which has no purpose, the programming button, and then the time setting there. The buttons, toggle buttons, right, left, for going through the menus, the on-off button, and the OK button, which is used for selection. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the timer with the time of day and day of the week. Toggle over to the clock button, press OK, toggle down. Today is Wednesday, so we hit OK. It's actually 4:30 in the afternoon. It's a 24-hour clock, so we'll go down to 1600 hours to get to the 16, press OK, and then we use the arrow buttons here. Set that up for 4:30, hit OK. Now that's set. Basic on-off operation, toggle over to, first of all, wake up the clock by hitting the OK. There we go, wake it up. Toggle over to the heat button, press OK, and the heater is going to come on. To turn it off, and press the on-off button. And the heater shuts off. Heat mode settings. Couple different heat mode settings that we have. We have a power mode, which is settings between 1 right up to 7 being the maximum, and 1 being the minimum. Once we're set up in that mode, the heater is going to run continuously in whatever power mode that we've got that set in. Just a word of caution, you want to avoid running this in low heat for long extended periods of time. It's good to get the heater to exercise a little bit and let it stretch out. So run in high heat for at least a few hours every month. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. The other mode of operation that we have is the automatic climate setting. And we get into automatic climate mode by pressing and holding the OK button, and that toggles back between the two different modes. In auto climate mode, we can set the desired temperature from 5 degrees right up to 35 degrees. And then the heater is going to maintain that temperature, that target temperature, by regulating between high, medium, and low heat modes to try to maintain that. 22 is a good cabin temperature, so we'll leave it at that. Again, I'm going to turn that off. So the next feature is the unit has, when you're first installing the unit, or if you've done some repairs and you want to prime the fuel system, it has the capability of doing the priming for you. So we go over to the clock button, and we press the 2 arrow buttons to get into programming mode. We go over to P2, and we hit OK. It's going to start, you'll hear the pump start to click, and so it's priming. To turn that off, we just simply press the on-off button. One more feature of our operating switch and the heaters. The heaters do have Bluetooth capability. To be able to access that, we have to set the timer up to be able to access that. So we select the clock icon, press the 2 arrow buttons, toggle over to P3, hit OK, toggle down until we see the Bluetooth, hit OK, toggle over so it's on, hit OK. It does an initiation and we're all set to go. The Bluetooth capabilities allow us to control the heaters on and off, the temperatures, and we can also access the last 5 fault codes that the heaters has, and we also have the capability of upgrading the firmware of the heaters as well.